Our Cleopatra's campaign story continues. In the last episode we delivered our crazy mummy lady to her meeting from Cairo International Airport to Borg El Arab Airport in Alexandria. Our trip wasn't boring at all and it was a lot of going on. First we visited beautiful pyramids of Giza.
Look at this. Pyramids. This is actually beautiful.
The last time I saw the pyramids, I was finishing my doctorate. It's so good to see them again. Thank you. Okay, let's go to this meeting.
Then we had engine failure in our Kodiak and we were forced to land in the desert.
This is the pilot. I have a motor failure. I'm going to attempt an emergency landing.
Crazy lady, hang on. Prepare for a rough landing. What is going on? Why am I going on one wheel? Stop!
And finally, cherry on our cake was landing in Alexandria in complete sandstorm with zero visibility.
Okay, let's lower our flaps. And we are at 1,000 feet now, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to panic a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit.
Phew. There should be just enough time for the driver to get the doctor to the appointment.
Calculated, boys.
Thank you, pilot. Your skill and bravery saved my life today. I'm so glad you're my pilot for the duration of this trip.
After all, we've made it on time with our crazy doctor and we completed our first mission. In our second mission, they want us to take the doctor on board and fly over the research zone following waypoints at less than 300 feet. Okay, let's get to work.
Good morning, pilot. Dr. Cleopatra has impressed the officials with her theory. She has obtained permission to fly over and scan the ground in the area of interest. Take off and fly over the research zone following waypoints.
Welcome inside the cockpit of our Kodiak 100. My name is Chris and this is NeoFly for career done in very unique way. Today we're doing flyby with our crazy mummy lady and let's get straight to work. Before engine start checklist. Weight and balance is complete. Passenger briefing. One crazy lady check. Our parking brake is set. Our flaps are up. Circuit breakers in. Our emergency power lever is set to normal. Our power lever is set to idle. Our prop is set to feather. Our conditioning lever is set to cut off. Okay, let's start it up. Our fuel tanks are open. Firewall shutoff pushed in. Let's turn on our power, also power to our avionics. Let's turn on our beacon.
What?
And navigation light. Let's turn on our fuel pump. Ignition. And let's do low start. Our NG is rising. Above 14%, introduce our fuel.
Okay, pilot. Scanner tested and set. You're good to go.
Our NG and ITT is rising. Our ITT spiked. Let's turn off our starter. Ignition. Put our fuel pump into standby position. Let's turn on our auxiliary bus. Generator and alternator, and let's push our prop fully forward. Our
NG is at 54%, our ITT is okay. Let's turn on our display in G1000. Let's set our air conditioning. Set it to 22 degrees. Set to auto on. Set our flaps. Set our trims. 25% be enough. Let's set our rudder trim. Should be enough. Our harnesses locked. Let's turn on our strobe and a taxi light. Okay, we're ready to taxi. Today we are flying with custom weather because live weather is pretty boring. Clear skies with no wind. Elevation of our airport is 170 feet. We're gonna stay at the altitude of 300 feet. So this is actual altitude less than 150 feet. Let's do it that way, it's gonna be more interesting. Mission itself seems to be easy enough. All we have to do is fly from point to point at the low altitude. So we'll see about that. Okay, we are on our runway 14 right. Let's push our conditioning lever fully forward to high idle. Also, let's turn off our taxi light, turn on our landing lights. Also, let's sync our heading here and let's turn it on heading mode on autopilot panel if I can find it, because normally I'm using Logitech panel for this. Okay, we are ready for departure. Let's quickly disable our TOS system, otherwise we're gonna be screamed at. Crazy lady, here we go! Airspeed's alive. 40 knots, 60 knots and rotate.
From dispatch, fly to the first waypoint. The scanner will start automatically, but don't forget to stay under 300 feet, or the results will be useless.
Let's immediately reduce our flaps and let's do our best to stay at 300 feet. For now, let's stay with our runway heading, and straight after that let's make our turn for scanning set. Okay, let's pull our NeoFly on the screen here quickly and see what's going on here. Okay, so we are in here and that little green dot is where we need to go. That's simple enough. Okay, as we have some time before our first scanning site, let's do something special here, boys. As we are cruising at our safe altitude of 150 feet, I would like to ask you a few questions from our viewers. Would you mind that?
Not at all. I will be more than happy to answer your questions.
That's great, thank you. Okay, first our question comes from SBDogoGon1265. And he says, "Wow, crazy mommy lady is such a businesswoman." Glass of wine. "And that was a scary approach for me, all the clouds in front of you." Okay, so are you businesswoman, and how are you going to answer this question?
Very interesting question. Since I was a little girl, I chased mummies, and I'm still doing this today, so answering your question, chasing mummies is my business.
Thank you very much for this, Miss Sophie. Now, let's carry on, shall we? Mahmuller says, "Crazy mommy lady wants more than a flight. Is this true? Do you want something more than a flight? How are you going to answer this?"
Yes, I want something more than a flight. More mummies.
Thank you very much for this answer, Miss Sophie. Unfortunately, we have no more questions for you from our viewers. Is there anything else you would like to add from yourself, Miss Sophie?
Yes, mummies. And subscribe.
Amazing. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your flight.
Pilot, you've now reached waypoint 1, and the scanner is working. Head for waypoint 2.
Okay, we've reached our first waypoint, and let's head to our second waypoint.
From dispatch, waypoint 2 reached. The scan is going well. Now go to waypoint 3.
So far so good, very straightforward. We reached our second waypoint. Let's head to our third waypoint.
Pilot, bad news. We appear to have a problem with the scanner. Lower your altitude and pass over waypoint 3 below 150 feet.
We are already below 150 feet, so we don't have to do anything.
From dispatch, waypoint 3 reached. Head to waypoint 4, staying under 150 feet.
Okie dokie, waypoint 3 is reached. Let's head to our number 4. I wonder how many waypoints they want us to fly over.
Pilot, that was the last waypoint. Hopefully we have all the data we need. Please head back to Heba and land.
Okay, so that was our last waypoint. Let's climb to 1500 feet and let's head back home. Okay, let's set our approach in our G1000. Let's take runway 32 left and we're gonna fly straight in. That's done. So our GPS, our G1000 will gonna guide us today by hand basically to the runway. Also, let's lock our harnesses. And let's turn on our landing lights. We started our turn for the final. We're gonna have 6 knot crosswind, which is not too bad at all, and we should be fine. Crazy lady, strap up for the landing. Flaps are down, landing lights are on, harnesses are locked. My aircraft.
Go to the parking and set your parking brake on. The tech team is coming to download the data from the scanner.
That was actually very good. Very good landing. I told you, crazy lady, you have nothing to worry about. I'm a pro.
Stall.
By the way, if you're enjoying yourself right here, make sure you subscribe and like the video, as you don't want to miss upcoming videos. Anyway, let's head to our parking spot and finish up the mission.
Okay, the data has been sent to the Research HQ. I hope they can extract what they need despite the issue with the scanner.
Anywho, boys, thank you very much for watching. I really enjoyed that episode and enjoying so far the Cleopatra missions. It's been a pleasure as always, and I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.
We are continuing it, and you know what? I'm actually recording this too, actually. I don't know why I'm recording it. I just want to hear how I sound, really.
So, my name is Chris, and this is... You know what I mean? This is the end.